What up, you weirdos? Dave here, and I am moderately fond of sharpened objects. Today we have the CRKT Swindle with a blade that is 3¼ inch in length, a handle that is 4¼ a width of about 1 inch, and a depth of about ½ inch. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece. Definitely one of my favorites. Blade of 8CR13 MOV and handle of aluminum. This is the fluted aluminum. I think it's called fluted. I can't actually remember. It does come in flat handle or this, which has flutes. Going straight into what is great and why I love this thing so much, the blade shape. This is a drop point Warncliffe type deal that is mostly hollow ground with a rounded top. I love this thing because it's a straight up utilitarian blade. It's great for food prep. The blade is a little thick, so it's not going to be the best slicer in the world, but with a tip that is so darn fine, there's making a salad, making breakfast, cutting up a steak, whatever. There's nothing that this thing can't do. There are other blades that are better because of I would prefer that this thing be full flat grind with the rounded top. I'm actually a huge fan of the rounded top. But that's just me. So, what else? The action. CRKT Cricket is making me addicted to their ball bearing system because hot dog, this is perfect. That's beautiful. I love that. This is so much fun to play with. The lockup. This is a frame lock, and it goes over just perfectly. That's not failing. You're good, and it doesn't stick at all. So you can just push it out of the way, and right there. The lines of this blade. Where is the blade? You can't see it. It's perfectly hidden, which makes me happy. The rounded top means that there's nothing about this that's going to poke you. There's nothing about this that you're ever going to notice. When it's fully open, the back of the handle and the back of the blade form one continuous line. There's no interruption. It feels natural. It feels organic. There's nothing about this that they tried to go overboard and try to make tactical or whatever. They just tried to put forth a legitimate, everyday gentleman's folder. And they succeeded, in my personal opinion. However, I do have two issues. Usually I list this as garbage or trash or utter crap sauce. On this I put as needs improvement because I like this knife too much to say anything about it. Excuse me. I haven't had my coffee yet this morning. Please forgive me. This lock, as much as I love it in its lock stage, when you disengage it, it feels flimsy. It's very easy to disengage, which I appreciate, but every time I do, I feel like I'm pushing it too far. So, the Kershaws. There are a handful of Kershaws. The spleen, that's what I did. In that review, if you go back and watch and give me those sweet views, whatever, I kind of made fun of the fact that on the frame lock, it had a little disc right there that's a lock stop that keeps you from pushing it out too far. And on that knife, I kind of mentioned how unnecessary that is because the lock bar is so thick and so hard to push out of the way that you can't push it too far, so that's unnecessary. With this knife, the lock bar is so thin that I would prefer that there be some kind of lock bar stabilizer. I'm not sure what it's called. Because I'm not pushing it too far, as you can see there, but it always feels like I am, if that makes sense. And then the clip. I do love creativity. I adore uniqueness. However, I prefer that uniqueness be an improvement, be a step forward, and I can't see as this is. When you put this in your pocket, it hangs onto the side, and that much about sticks out of your pocket. In my pocket, this tends to get flipped around, and where you try to clip it, and where you would try to, this is reverse suspension. I don't know why I still have this card. But whereas you would try to, there we go. Whereas I try to clip it onto the side of my pocket and have it that way, it always tends to end up going like that and poking me in the butt, and then you have a full inch in your pocket that you've got to deal with instead of just that half inch. So the side clip is an intriguing concept. I do believe that there is room in the world for something like this, but I would prefer it to be deeper carry and just better, I guess. I'm not even sure how I would make this better, but I just don't like it the way it is. I hope that makes sense and doesn't make me sound like a petulant child. I would carry this almost every day if it was just a standard pocket clip that was deep carry. But because they tried to be special and because they tried to be unique and go balls to the wall, I can't carry it every day. I simply can't. I love it. It's a joy to play with, but I can't carry it because of that. So, just personal issues, I suppose. CRKT, I've been calling them that too much. Cricket sells this blade for $80. You can find it on Amazon for $43, Walmart for $40, and I believe I got this from Cabela's for $45. And for that, it is an excellent piece. If it had a standard deep carry tip-up pocket clip, this entire video would just be me yelling, buy it, buy it, buy it. As it is, it's something that you should look into. It's something that you should try to find a way to handle, try to find a way to get familiar with, because this pocket clip, it'll turn a lot of people off. There are a lot of people that this knife would be perfect for, that this clip just isn't. So, my recommendation goes, out of 5 stars, goes because it got so close. Got so close to me adoring this piece. But as it is, I can only love certain parts of it. Thank you. Have a great day.